Good morning, all of you. In this topic, I discuss about the multiple integrals, especially in the multiple integrals, I am discuss about the double integration. I am Karan Kumar, Assistant Professor, Sri Vasu Engineering College, Tadepalgooda. So we have various applications based on multiple integrals. So every engineering student is required to learn about multiple integrals. So just I give some of the applications of multiple integrals. With the help of multiple integrals, by using the double integration, I am calculating area of a two-dimensional region. I am calculating volumes and mass of 2D plates and force of 2D plates, average of a function and center of mass and moment of inertia and surface areas. These are all the applications related to the double integration. So that's why there is a vast applications are there based on double integration. That's why we learn double integration in a proper manner. So before defining a double integration, first of all, I recall the definite integral. Definite integral. So just I am taking a function f of x. It is a single variable function f of x. I am calculating integral a to b f of x dx. We are already well known about a definite integral a to b f of x dx. This is always represents a area under the curve. Here y is equal to f of x is the given curve and the limits a and b, that is nothing but I can take x equal to a and x equal to b. So the region shaded in green color represents the value of the integration. In generally, the definite integral will be calculated in the form of limiting case. See here, integral a to b f of x dx is equal to limit n tending to infinity summation I is equal to 1 to n delta x into f of xi. That means I can take the function here f of x, it's a blue line, and the x values in between a and b, just I partition the domain AB and each rectangle region of length delta x. So where I am writing delta x is equal to b minus a by n. So that means I am partition the interval AB into n equal sub intervals. Okay, so each part is of length delta x. Okay, so in generally the definite integral a to b f of x dx can be find as limit n tending to infinity summation I is equal to 1 to n delta x into f of xi. But it is not possible in each and every case, so that's why we are using different techniques to calculate the definite integral in the level of intermediate. So just it is an extension of a now double integration is extension of a definite integral. Next I give the definition of double integration. The definite integral can be extended to a function of more than one variable. It may be a 2 variable or a 3 variable function. Now I am discussing about only double integration, so that's why I am taking only 2 variable function. Okay, now that 2 variable function can be taken it as z is equal to f of x comma y. The double integration of a function f of x comma y is denoted by the double integration over the region R f of x comma y dA, where R is the region of integration in the xy plane. Okay, so let we discuss clearly about this one. So here you can observe that it is a 2 variable function, it is an integrand. I can calculate the integration of this particular function over a region R. That R is the region of integration in the xy plane. See here. So first of all, I am taking the region here, that is the region that will be subparted into a rectangular regions. Is each rectangle of area dA. This is dA. So therefore the double integration over the region R f of x comma y dA is equal to, it is a limiting case of summation I is equal to 1 to m, j is equal to 1 to n, f of xi yi delta A. Okay, so now the region R can be divided into equal rectangular areas, those are all dAs. So that's why the, if the limit is exist, we say that the double integration is exist, but it is not possible in each and every case. Okay, the double integration is also represented is in the form of double integration over R f of x comma y dx dy. This dx dy is nothing but the area of a smallest rectangle dA. The area of a rectangle box is dx into dy. That is nothing but length into breadth. So that's why dA is also can be written as dx into dy. Okay. Now we discuss about the evaluation of double integrals now. So in generally the evaluation of double integration based on those limits. Basically the limits of those regions are three types. Suppose in the first case, suppose that R can be described by the inequalities of the form A less than or equal to x less than or equal to b, and C less than or equal to y and less than or equal to b, represented the boundary of R. Okay, see here the general form of double integration, the double integration over the region R, that region is bounded by these particular inequalities here, dx dy can be rewritten as integral a to b integral c to d f of x y dx dy. I can explain in this diagram here. So this is my region R and your x is varying from a to b. That means the lower limit of x is a and the upper limit of x is b. So the region is bounded by these two lines, x equal to a and x equal to b. In the same way, you can observe that your y is also bounded in between y is equal to c and y is equal to d. So these are all, the given region is bounded by the four different straight lines. Four different straight lines. It's look like a rectangular box. So that's why I am writing the double integration over the region R f of xy dx dy is equal to the double integration a to b. A to b is nothing but the limits of x. X is varying from a to b. For a fixed x, now I am writing y value. Y is moving from c to d and the integrand is f of x comma y and dx dy. So this is the first type, that is also an example of a constant limits. Now go through the second one. Suppose that R can be described by inequalities of the form a less than or equal to x less than or equal to b. In the previous model also x is look like here only. A is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to b. And when we come under the y limits, y is in between g of x and h of x. So g of x is also a function of x and h of x is also a function of x. That means the limits of y in between two functions, it may be a cos or may not be a cos. So that y is equal to g of x and y is equal to h of x represents the boundary of region R. Then I am writing the double integration over the region R f of x comma y dx dy is equal to integral a to b. These a and b are the limits of x, and g of x and h of x are the limits of y. So that's why I am writing integral g of x to h of x f of xy dy dx. When we are calculating the double integration, we can rearrange the double integration into successive integration. Here, first of all, I calculate the internal integration which is in the square brackets. When we are calculating the integration with respect to dy, treat it as x as constant. X as constant. First, I am calculating the integration inside the closed brackets. After calculating the inside the integration, after that I am calculating integration outside integration with respect to x. I can explain the same thing with the help of the image. Here, first limit of x. So here x is varying from a to b. So your region is bounded with these limits. So first of all, I am writing a. A is nothing but x equal to a line. Your region, one of the limit is x equal to a, and the second limit x equal to b. In between these two limits, your region is presented, and your region is also bounded with two curves. One is g of x and the second one is h of x. For your existing region, the lower limit of that particular region is gx and the upper limit of your region is h of x. So first of all, your x is moving from a to b. Here, for a fixed x, your y value is moving from lower curve to upper curve. On the lower curve, your y value is g of x. In the upper curve, your y value is h of x. So that's why I am writing double integration over r f of xy dx dy is equal to integral a to b integral gx to h of x f of x comma y dy into dx. So first we calculate the integration inside the square brackets with respect to dy. When we are calculating the integration with respect to y, x treat it as constant. I simplify the integration inside the square brackets. After calculating the integration, next I calculate the outmost integration with respect to dx. Now another form of double integration here. See here, the double integration integral over r f of x comma y dx dy is equal to integral c to d integral p of y q of y f of x comma y dx dy. See here, in the previous example, x varying from a to b and y varying from g of x to h of x. But here a small change here. So here y is in between the constant limits. So c is less than or equal to y less than or equal to d, and your x is varying from p of y to q of y. See here, y value. First we are observing y value. Y is equal to c. First, that is the lower limit of your region r, and y is equal to d is the upper limit of your region. In between these limits, for a fixed y, you are observing the limits of x now. For a fixed y, your x is varying from lower curve to upper curve. Your lower curve is p of y. So that's why I am writing here p of y to up to upper curve. Upper curve is q of y. So this covers the entire region. So that's why I am writing double integration over the region R f of x comma y dx dy is equal to integral c to d. These two are constant limits. Integral p of y to q of y. These two are variable limits. F of x comma y, it is integrand, and dx into dy. Here I am calculating First the internal integration inside the square brackets. After that I am calculating the integration with respect to y. Okay. We have various applications are there. So later on we discuss those applications. For solving the double integration, we require some of the properties also there for double integration. I discuss some of the properties here. I can take two functions f of x comma y and g of x comma y continuous in a region R. R is the your domain. So double integration over the region R, k times f dx dy. K is a constant. So this can be written as k into double integration over R f into dx dy. This is the first property of double integration. The second one, I can take the addition of two functions f and g. The double integration over the region R f plus g dx dy is equal to it can be split along the binary operation plus here the double integration over R f times dx dy plus double integration over R g times dx dy. That is the second property. Now I go through the third property. Here you can observe that your region R can be split into the two distinct regions R1 and R2. Sorry, R1 and R2. So along these two regions I can split the double integration. The double integration over R f dx dy is equal to the double integration over R1 f times dx dy plus the double integration over R2 f times dx dy. Okay, just I explained some of the applications of double integration. First one, the area of the region. So with the help of double integration, we easily calculate the area of the region by taking the integrand f is equal to 1. See here, the area of the region R in the xy plane is given by the double integration. Area A is equal to the double integration over R. At the place of integrand f, I can take 1 into dx dy. So this is gives the area of this particular region. Here also it's depending on the limits. Sometimes these are all constant limits, sometimes maybe it are variable limits. Now the second application, the volume V. Okay, under the surface z is equal to f of x comma y and the above the region R in the xy plane. So see here in the diagram. So region R in the xy plane here. Region R in the xy plane and the integrand f of x comma y can be taken it as z is equal to f of x comma y. So the double integration over the region R f of x comma y dx dy is always represents the volume under the curve and the region R in a three-dimensional space. So we have so many applications are there. Later on we will discuss one after one in the next lecture. Today we discuss about multiple integrals. In the multiple integrals, what is double integration and define a double integration, how to evaluate the double integration and how to find area in a two-dimensional space and how to find a volume under a surface z is equal to f of x comma y. In the next lecture I discuss different examples based on these properties and how to calculate double integration. Thank you.